I'm quickly going to tell you a little bit about us. The theme of this session is, of course, the opportunities in real estate. And I think one of the things that we've been so excited and so motivated moving forward is just all of the opportunities that seem to come out of working with the certification process, working with our amazing network. We have incredible technical partners. We have researchers. Oh, I heard voucher for a second. Are you back? Are you? Oh, hi, voucher. I see you. No, you just, okay. And so one of the things that, some of the things that we're seeing is different collaboration and partnerships. I'm going to do a teaser in a couple of minutes to an event we have next week that was an amazing thing for us to certify, an amazing building and just scenario and setup. We were really shocked by how this could be possible at this time, and how few technologies can be put together with an integrative design that really works. One of the things that we said as soon as we saw this is it's something that we need to share. We need to share the knowledge constantly and really work as a team and in a community for pulling this together. That's why Voucher is such an amazing part of being a co-founder, is that we really do have such amazing people already pulled into this network, and the interest and the expertise. It's just really inspiring to work with people who know so much about this, even though it's in some ways a young industry. So yeah, what we're seeing is a few things with opportunities. So we have a few different certifications. We have our traditional smart building certification, where we certify a building. We've certified the smartest building in the world. We've certified buildings that are on a process and just want to compare themselves to the smartest, or they want to see how they're doing in different areas where they know maybe they've really leaned in to take care of their employees or their people to make sure the environment is safe during COVID, but they have left, because of that hustle, some areas with sustainability, with building use, different things like that, where they say we're getting to that now, and that's totally fine, because we certify in a process where we do a scan. Then you have a chance to react to some of our suggestions. You get real suggestions from real people, and then resubmit for your final certification. And maybe you are just shining in one area or two areas. So we do certify each area. So if you are indeed a platinum level within environment, you can talk about your overall certification score, but you can also talk about and brag about some areas where you really, really shine. And we think that that's something worth saying and worth noting, kind of the differences in that area. So that's something that we've seen. We have our certification of our solution certification. One thing that we're hearing from a lot of buildings is, how do I know that the solution that I'm using can handle this? How do I trust that this company or this technology can really do the job across my portfolio or integrated with these other areas? So we do have a solution certification. So we have some of our first partners, I think, on the call today, who or on the conference today, who are also certifying their solution and being that partner where we can confidently say, this is how they score up, this is how they will affect your certification, and they're a trusted partner with us. We also have a living lab certification. Some of the things that will come up in the session next week are related to a successful story because of a living lab in the building, where they tested out the technologies, where they integrated them, put them together before the building was done. And this is something that can be really, really valuable, especially when you have some uncertainties or you want to test things out before. So we certify living labs. We're talking with universities that are putting labs together or already have them. We're talking with different businesses that want to do this to test out on a small scale for big rollouts that they want to do. we're looking at this from a lot of different angles with government. So living labs can be a really powerful tool and a really interesting way to get started, but also worthwhile to get certified and to show the strength of what you've done on a small scale, that it can be implemented on a large scale, and the strength of that and the replicatability, that kind of thing. We also have a partner network, of course, where we have partners that we work with. We are trying to introduce, as you know, smart building is one of the biggest, it's not even an industry, right? It's a collection of a lot of industries that are moving towards this amazing goal together. So we do a lot of introductions. We do a lot of events so that people who maybe can do amazing things together, but didn't know that there was the opportunity can reach that. So we're really proud of our network. And of course, that's due to, in huge part, to Wouter and the community and the following that he's been a part of for a long time. So we absolutely appreciate that. And it's an amazing kind of thing to see this community work together and want to share. Want to share the wins, the success stories, what's going right, how do other people learn from this? And I also like kind of the competitiveness there, where you say, I don't need to keep it all to myself. I think if we all learn, we'll all be better next year anyway. So it's a wonderful thing to see there. So I'm just going to give a little bit of an intro to our event. We have a Smart Building Certification Masterclass next week, the 22nd at 3 p.m. CET, where we're talking about Art Invest's kind of success story. So we certified Art Invest recently. They had a platinum certification, scored high in all of the different areas of our certification. But I think one of the things that was the most really relevant and sort of shocking aspect, in a good way, shocking, of the certification was just that they had so few technologies that they used. We're seeing a lot of buildings that are incredibly smart that use 20-some technologies, or maybe even the 30-some technologies. So what we saw with Art Invest, how did they get so many things accomplished? How did they have such amazing integrated design? How did their platform come together, where they work together with such a lean technology base? And so we're going to be talking about that in the event next week. And I think one of the things that was most surprising for us is that we saw this as something coming down the line, a leaner amount of technologies, easier integration, a platform that was really integrated into forecasting, looking at the daily activities, looking at how the system is working together, and having an easy to use area like that. So this is one of those things where we really wanted to share, how did this happen, and how can we fast forward this into some of the solutions that are coming up now? Because I think one of the things that I'm a very proudly impatient person. So I always look for how we can create as much momentum as possible. Is there anything that we can avoid in making mistakes? And that's why I think we're always looking to learn from each other and not reinvent the wheel. But there's something about learning from this where we can really look at, is this something we can apply now? This is something we expect in the next few years. But is it something that we can start applying now, start experimenting, follow some of this, and get some smart buildings that are very lean and yet very, very usable, very, very optimized, and very ready to be used on a regular basis with the building? So that's a little bit of what we're doing now. I will take it back to Wouter. I think I might even be over my time. I'm sorry, Wouter. But yeah, thank you so much. You can link to me, Elizabeth Nelson with Smart Building Certification, Wouter, of course, Nicholas White, or any of the rest of the team. We are so happy to answer your questions.